Hey guys, and welcome back. Thank you for joining me, and hope you're all doing great today. So, we get another story. It's strictly business. So, let's get started. I suppose you know all about the stage and stage people. You've been touched with and by actors, and you read the newspaper criticism and the jokes in the weeklies about the Rialto and the chorus girls and the long-haired tragedians. 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 And I suppose that a condensed list of your ideas about the mysterious stageland would boil down to something like this. Leading ladies have 5 husbands. Leading ladies have 5 husbands, past diamonds, and figures no better than your own, madame, if they weren't petted. Chorus girls are inseparable from Peroxide, Panhards, and Pittsburgh. All shows walk back to New York on 10 Oxford and railroad ties. Irreproachable actresses reserve the coming landlady part of their mothers of Broadway and their step-ons on the road. Curly Belief's real name is Boyle O'Kelly. The ravings of John McCullough in the phonograph were stolen from the first sale on the Ellen Terry Memories. Joe Weber is funnier than E.H. Southern. But Henry Miller is getting older than he was. What the names? All theatrical people on leaving the theater at night drink champagne and eat lobsters until noon the next day. After all, the moving pictures have got the whole bunch pounded to a pulp. Now few of us know the real life of the stage people. If we did, the new profession might be more crowded than it is. We look askance at the players with an eye full of patronizing superiority. And we go home and practice all sorts of elocution and gestures in front of our looking glasses. Latterly, there has been much talk of the actor people in a new light. It seems to have been divulged that instead of being motoring bacchanalians and diamond hungry Laurelius, they are Business like folk. Business like. Okay. Business like folk, students, and ascetics. Ascetics with childcare and homes and libraries, owning real estate and conducting their private affairs in as orderly and unsanctional a manner as any of us good citizens who are bound to the chariot wheels of the gas, rent, coal, ice, and word man. Why are they making so long sentences? It's difficult to read, not to lose the idea. Whether the old or the new report of the stock and Baskiners be the true one is a surmise that has no place here. I offer you merrily, this little story of two stolers, and for proof of its truth, I can show you only the dark patch above the cast iron handle of the clumsy tumbledge, and where I last saw Cherry whisking flew like a swallow into her nest on time to the minute, as usual, to dress for her act. The Wonder Wheel theme of Hart and Cherry was an inspiration. Bob Hart had been roaming through the eastern and western circuits for 4 years, and with a mixed-up act comprising a monologue, their lighting changes with songs, a couple of imitations of celebrated imitators, and a bug and wing dance that had drawn a glance of approval from Bass Voyle player in more than one house, than which no performer ever received more satisfactory evidence of good work. The greatest treat an actor can have is to witness the pitiful performance with which all other actors desecrate the stage. In order to give himself this pleasure, he will often forsake the sunniest Broadway corner between 34th and 44 to attend a matinee offered by his less gifted brothers. Once during the lifetime of a minstrel joke, one comes to scoff and remains to go through with that most difficult exercise of thespian muscles, the audible contact of the palm of one hand against the palm of the other. One afternoon, Bob Hart presented his solvent serious, well-known Wonder Woman face at the box office window of their rival attraction and got his DH coupon for an orchestra seat. A, B, C, and D clocked successfully on the announcement spaces and passed into oblivion. Each plunging Mr. Hart deeper into gloom. Others of the audience shrieked, squirmed, whistled. Shrink squirmed, whistled, and applauded. But Bob Hart, all the mustard and the whole show in himself, sat with his face as long as his hands, as far apart as a boy holding a hang of yard for his grandmother to wind into a ball. Knows. But when age came on, capital H, just capital H, the mustard suddenly sat up straight. H was the happy alphabetical prognosticator of Fiona Cherry in character songs and impersonations. There were scarcely more than 2 bites to Cherry, but she delivered the merchandise tied with a pink cord and charged to the old man's account. She first showed you a deliciously divvy, and Gin Hammy country girl with a basket of property daisies, who informed you ingenuously that there were other things to be learned at the old log schoolhouse besides chipperings and nouns, especially when the teacher kept me in, vanishing with a quick flirt of gingham, prawn strings. She reappeared in considerably less than a trice. As a fluffy Parisine, so near does art bring the old red mill to the Moulin Rouge. And then, but you know the rest. And so did Bob Hart. But he saw somebody else. He thought he saw that Cherry was the only professional on the short order stage, that he had been so seemed exactly to fit the part of Helen Grimes. In the sketch he had written and kept tucked away in the tray of his trunk. Of course, Bob Hart, as well as every other normal actor, grocer, newspaper man, professor, herb broker, car broker, and farmer, has a play tucked away somewhere. They tuck them in trays of trunks of trees, desks, haymows, pigeonholes inside pockets, safe deposit vaults, hand boxes, and coal cellars. call sellers, waiting for Mr. Roman to call. They belong among the 50 cent different kinds. Alright guys, that was a little bit tough to read this text, but anyway. So thank you for listening to me today and see you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.